Hello everybody, Josh /Aurora2894 here with our continuation of our cave walkthrough, or our walkthrough of the cave. And the next part of the cave that we're going to complete is the Time Traveler's Puzzle. Now, in my opinion, the Time Traveler's Puzzle is definitely the most complicated, the hardest to get. The other puzzles, you can usually deduce what's going to happen with various objects, but with the Time Traveler, you actually have to deduce what happens through different periods of time, and things change as you change things in the past, so let us get a move on.
No doubt you have realized by now that here in the cave, the rules of time and space are not exactly, well, set in stone, so to speak. But for the time traveler, time and space are mere playthings, tools manipulated to pay back petty slights. So, prepare yourselves for a tale of revenge that spans 1,000,000 years. And remember, even with the best of intentions, time travel can be unpredictable. And with the worst of intentions, well, I guess we're about to see. Oh, I'm sorry, I was just trying to scare you.
Okay, so grab the Time Traveler's painting. Greatest employee of all time, not him. I'll admit, I was expecting something completely different from the Time Traveler when I first played this through. So anyway, we first want to come up over here and move this block over here. And that'll be used to jump up the fuse box up over here. And we are just going to borrow it to activate our time machine, which will take us to the future first, I believe. As you can see, the fuse is down here, so we're first going to go down this ladder. And just to note, there are 3 stages of time with this puzzle: the past, the present, and the future. And you need to utilize all of them to complete this puzzle. First, just gonna check to see if there's anything over here I should grab. Nope. I believe we come back to that later. However, so now we are going to go over to the future and have a look around.
Behold, science!
Oh, it's you. I thought we fired you. Still sore about getting passed over for greatest employee of all time? I'm sure you saw my commemorative photo on the way in. Don't feel bad. My family has been working here for generations. I take that back. Do feel bad.
So as you can see, the
Well,
Time Travelers...
personality must not be a big hiring point here.
Anyway, as you can see, the Time Traveler's revenge scheme is not completely unwarranted. Just gonna check. Is there anything up here? Nope. You can see an arcade machine over here, but that doesn't actually do anything. We might be able to move this over here in the future, and that would still have an effect. But let's double check. Nope, has to be done in the past. Anyway, what you're supposed to do is go into the past and move that block over the puddle, and what that'll do is, for the present, get rid of the barrier that is blocking the scientist and the twins. So, going to head back over here. And
Ah, prehistory. My formative years.
anyway, head back to the past and move that block over. And all from forming. Alright, so we are going to move the time traveler down over here and just prepare her for what she has to do, which is kill the greatest employee of all time. Well, not the greatest employee of all time, but rather his great, probably times a few hundred grandfather. And grab another painting over here while we're at it. Top prize in science. Can you guess what the scientist wants?
Critic not understand Thog work.
So as you can see, Thog
Need more shape for wheel.
Anyway, before I was interrupted, that's the greatest employee of all time's great grandfather, yada yada yada. So, anyway, what we're going to do now is go to the future.
Remember, hands off the exhibits.
And while we're over here, what we're going to do is lure a dinosaur in the past to get some oil, because apparently in the future all oil has been used up. So we need to go down to the very bottom, and just a note, I believe that's the time traveler's skeleton laying there. Nifty little thing. So we just come down over here.
Hey kids, smell like a real live dinosaur with our newest interactive exhibit. Now you smell like a stinky old dinosaur.
So yes, now we smell like a dinosaur. So now we are going to go all the way back up.
I heard voting on the GEOAT committee was unanimous. FYI, that's it.
And blah blah blah, that smug guy. Anyway. A lot of running in this game. I know I've mentioned that before. So now we want to come down over here and lure the dinosaur. And while he's trying to chomp at me, just kill him right there. And now we're going to take the twins and get a bucket from the future. Oh, and by the way, all their exhibits...
Remember, hands off the exhibits!
Anyway, all their exhibits have a funny little segment you can listen to. Like,
This exhibit features the ancient combustion engine, or as it was commonly known at the time, the Dino Hypernator. In the early 21st century, humans used these primitive engines to power everything from toothbrushes to toasters, even elevators. Ancient man's addictions to toast and teeth brushing quickly exhausted the world's oil supply. Once the precious substance was finally depleted, ancient man was forced to find more advanced sources of power, research that led directly to the modern hover boot design. It also set the stage for the bad oral hygiene fashion craze we still see to this day.
I always find those amusing. But anyway, we're gonna go over here and grab a bucket. Oh, actually we can't grab it just yet. And that is because we need to send one of our characters over here. Actually, not over there, but we need to go up one level. Back to that room which we didn't touch previously. So anyway, gonna move that and not accidentally hit the escape key. And I believe we need to go back to the present first.
The greatest employee of all time award comes with a pretty big raise.
I've sworn that, oh, you might have needed to... I'm sorry. Believe it has to be done in the past, and this will help you to get the bucket. And another note here, you actually have to hold on to E when you switch to another character. There we go. Like, it's very persnickety about that. I'm not quite sure why. There we go. And just have them hold on. And we'll send the scientist over to the future. Or actually the time traveler, since the scientist couldn't jump over that. There we go.
Yep, greatest employee of all time. They don't give that to...
Although no actual Rangfusts have ever been uncovered, top archaeologists believe they were commonly used as some kind of head accessory from the 1940s to the late 2100s. They came in several styles and colors to project the mood of the wearer. Here you can see the latest addition to our collection, a newly discovered Rangfust factory. How the Rangfust was made to such exacting specifications by the primitive people of Here you can see the latest addition to our collection.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. There we go. Now that we have a bucket, and sorry for the delay there. Now that we have the bucket, we can go down here and grab the tar that is newly developed, thanks to our killing of the dinosaur. Or just oil, it seems. And we are going to plug that into their, like, Dino Hibernator, they called it, or something like that. I'm just going to call it by its actual name, an engine. That in, and for some reason that activates the elevator. Don't know why it needs a combustion engine. But now we have a wheel, and what we are going to do is take this over to Thog, and we are going to lure him down to where the dinosaur died with the wheel, and then drop one of his creations on top of his head.
Finally cleaning out your desk, huh? Well, maybe I'll see you around sometime. Probably not, though.
There we go. And thankfully we don't have to push it all the way down there.
Wheel! Thog love wheel! Thog need invent patent, then patent wheel!
Even in the past, he is incredibly smug. Not that I think there's anything wrong with patents, it's a double-edged sword most of the time. But anyway, I'm gonna take his latest creation, a hexagon, and drop that on top of him.
And that's that. All of that poor caveman's descendants are dead forever. Well, what's done is done. There's no going back on that decision now. Well, unless someone else screws around with the timeline some more. You know, time machines really take the fun out of trying to teach hard lessons about consequences.
That's for sure. So anyway, go back to the future, and now I am the greatest employee of all time. So, yay me. So anyway, we have to come down here, and now that we are the greatest employee of all time, we can actually touch the exhibits, which means we can grab this key.
Finally, the key out of this chronologically contorted collapse of continuity. All it took was the complete eradication of a family line dating back countless millennia. To be fair to our heroes, I can understand wanting to get out of here. Oof, that dinosaur smell is really bad.
Anyway, as I was saying, we have our key, or as they call it, and we can proceed. And anyway, on to the next puzzle, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.